I am the Cockspur Island Light. For more than a century and a half, I have stood here, strong, silent, alone, showing the true way for mariners to pass safely into the Savannah River's South Channel. My bones were formed and my walls given shape by renowned architect John Norris, who also gave Savannah the graceful Andrew Lowe Mansion on Lafayette Square and the stately Customs House on Bay Street. He built my brick base in the shape of a boat bow so that, like a sailing ship, I could withstand head-on collisions with breaking waves. I may not be as ornate or as grand as those two structures, but still I stand tall. I have seen virtually every type of vessel go by since I was constructed here in 1839. From sailing sloops to steam-powered ships to the mightiest cargo vessels ever to sail the seas, and still I remain. When the not-so-Civil War erupted here in the 1860s, soldiers in blue and gray hurled powerful projectiles just past my walls and over my head for many hours, in a battle that changed the way such conflicts are fought. Yet I remain unscathed, uninjured by your efforts to tear each other apart.
During the Battle of Fort Pulaski, the shells were flying over the lighthouse going in both directions, and somehow it survived. It was not hit at all.
They set up 11 earthen batteries on the west side of the island, and on April of 1862 they bombarded Fort Pulaski. But in the line of fire of that bombardment was Cockspur Island. It is absolutely amazing that nothing hit that lighthouse during that very extensive bombardment.
I am connected to legendary Savannians. The father of Savannah's world-famous waving girl, Florence Martis, tended my lantern. But that connection wasn't enough to keep me shining. In 1909, as the South Channel fell into disuse, I was darkened. And so I remained for more than 100 years. In the 1990s, men and women from the National Park Service at nearby Fort Pulaski National Monument came to save me, removing my rusted, decaying cap and repairing my failing brick walls. And in a moving ceremony in 2007, my lantern was relit for the first time in more than a century. Dozens watched as Civil War cannons fired, and I shone proudly. Now, though, my light is once again dim, and my very bones are threatened by the ocean that has cradled me since my construction. I stand proudly, my boat-shaped brick base facing the fury of the crashing sea. My feet are firmly planted on an oyster shell island that has grown up around me. Though every day when the tide is high, the waves surround me, swallowing the island whole, breaking against my chest and threatening to bring me down into the sea. Through the years, the National Park Service has worked to stabilize me, even repairing my pilings that were damaged by shipworms. Now, a small group of civic-minded people, headed up by two local men who love me, have sworn to save me.
This little light has been begging for help for a long time. And it's been here 160, 170 years. If it could only talk to us, it could tell us so much as to what's been going on all these years. And if you think about it, we've got a treasure over there.
It's just always been here for us. Every time we're out here, we see it, and we really think we need to keep it.
Workers from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers have piled stones around my feet to bolster my stance and to protect me from dangerous wakes. Now I'm ready for the next stage in my resurrection. This will include restoring the mortar in my walls and relighting my beacon, this time permanently.
But everybody knows brick and mortar and not gonna hold up to surf, pounding surf, and mega ships wakes, which we're about to see more of. And even though the bow is there on the lighthouse, we really want to get that thing shored up if we can.
Though you may no longer need me to guide your way to the Savannah River's South Channel, you do still need me in more ways than you might realize. I symbolize everything that is best about Tybee Island, Savannah, and the surrounding community. Strength, resilience, selflessness, steadfastness, beauty, and grace.
But it has stood there for a long, long time, and it's well worth keeping and fixing up so people can enjoy that for years to come.
Every time you come over the Lazaretto Bridge, I look out there and see it. And I'd hate to look out there and see nothing.
For more than 150 years, I have stood here, keeping my post. But now I need you to shore me up, strengthen my walls, and help me relight the night for another century and a half.
I truly believe this little lighthouse, she's been waiting on us to come and to do something. Otherwise, it could have fallen over easily with some of the storms that's come through. So I think she would tell us, thank you for saving me for future generations to see, because I want to be with you when that time comes. Because she's part of the history of Savannah, Tybee, Chatham County, the whole marine area here. Wherever you see boats and ships and everything else, people know about this Cockspur Lighthouse.
I am the Cockspur Island Light, and I need you.